What happens when two superheroes whose bodies are transformed by a cosmic space storm make love and have sexual intercourse with each other? Well, apparently, they create a freaking uber space god, which, according to the main villain of Fantastic Four First Steps, Galactus, is imbued with the power cosmic. The power cosmic is basically when you have access to infinite cosmic power, like a being like Galactus or his heralds. You're simply beyond most beings in the universe at that point. Alright? So there is no questioning how powerful this guy is. And in fact, this little toddler has no business being as powerful as he is, okay? Because Franklin Richards in the comics is one of the most powerful superheroes of all time. He has an argument for number one. There are a few that might be above him, but if we're talking about broad strokes, across the board superheroes, he's beyond an Omega level being, alright? The Living Tribunal has an eye on him, pays very close attention to this kind of being because he's aware of what this guy's power is. Many cosmic entities throughout the cosmos shit themselves at the thought of Franklin Richards, okay? How strong is he? How strong is the being that they've just set up in Fantastic Four First Steps? Because we only got a hint, a glimpse at his true power in that film. Well, let me put it to you this way, okay? The only being we've seen in cinema who can correctly portray the kind of reality warping powers that this man has is David from Legion. If you know or have seen Legion and you know of this guy, you know how powerful a mutant this dude is. He can alter reality on a scale that's nobody else has been able to do it, really. When it comes to superheroes, no one really comes close to this guy, but Franklin Richards is the one. This is just a summary that I found on Google from the Google's AI or whatever, right? Vast reality warping, psionic powers, he can manipulate matter energy, he's considered Omega level, he's got telepathy, telekinesis, precognition, he's got everything. His powers are so potent that he can affect fundamental forces and even influence cosmic deities. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere, okay? This guy, this little guy, can create his own pocket universes for fun. If you've seen Superman, Lex Luthor poured billions and billions of dollars into the weirdest, most comic booky, futuristic tech we've ever seen in film to create a pocket universe so he can send prisoners to, right? This guy does that like this. He does it like this. As a child, it's like, ooh, goo goo gaga, creates a fucking universe. That's the kind of being we're talking about, right? He made Galactus his herald. What Galactus does to like guys like Silver Surfer makes him his little bitch. He does that with Galactus. He resurrected Galactus from death and made him his herald. You're mine now. And this is not like, oh, Silver Surfer was able to take on his herald. No, Galactus ain't doing shit to this man. He would make Galactus his bitch. That is what Franklin Richards is, okay? He's straight up a god. He is a god. There's nothing else that can be said about it. He literally is the closest thing to a cosmic deity that a hero could get. Safi, is he really the strongest we've seen? Because we've seen some pretty powerful hitters in the MCU so far. Okay, let's compare him to like the top three big ones, okay? Let's compare him to Wanda Maximoff, who arguably is the strongest Avenger we've seen, yeah? She's got reality warping powers. She's got chaos magic. She's got it all. In the comic, she said no more mutants, and all the mutants just straight up fucking cease to exist. That's reality warping, alright? In the MCU, in WandaVision, she basically took a town of people and created her own little pocket TV show reality with them and warped their minds and brainwashed them into being characters in her story, right? Pretty powerful. Okay, with the Darkhold, she's able to go into different universes and manipulate those worlds the same way she can do hers, right? She's got reality manipulating powers, for sure. She can manipulate reality. Franklin Richards can permanently change it on a multiversal scale. She can go into one universe with the Darkhold, as long as she has a Darkhold. But she can only manipulate the reality within. This guy can literally take reality in his hand like this and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want. I can change things personally. I can change them forever. I don't need to write a spell. I don't need a Darkhold Chaos Magic book. I don't need any of that shit. I will do it as a baby, and imagine what happens if I'm 30 years old. Imagine what happens when this guy's in his prime. Bro, Wanda's cooked. Wanda's literally cooked, okay? She's nowhere near this guy, right? Let's talk about my boy Sentry. One of my favorite characters to come out of the MCU now. I've made like 10 videos on this dude already because I love him. Would the Void be able to handle Franklin Richards? No. Because even if he voids Franklin Richards into the Voidverse, that guy would just create a pocket universe, escape it, and throw this guy into it. Another pocket universe where the Void doesn't work. That's literally what he would do. Yes, you could argue, oh, but Sentry has the Void. The Void is nothingness. How would Franklin fight that? Nothingness is still a part of a reality. Franklin can manipulate said reality. That's how it works. Let's talk about Loki, the god of stories. The dude who holds the multiverse together. Literally can write the scripts of worlds, realms, and realities in his hand. If he fucking was to fall down, all the strings of reality would snap. He is the most powerful being we've seen in the MCU, besides obviously the guys like the One Above All, Living Tribunal, alright. But still, he's the only guy that Franklin would have to contend with. And how would that fight go? It'd be a tough one, that's for sure. Because you could say, Zaffi, logically, Loki could just rewrite the story of Franklin since he is the god of stories. He could do that. He can make it so that Franklin never existed in the first place. True, but Franklin might be a being that could adapt to the changing reality around him. If reality changes around him, he could change it back. Now, yes, it's dependent on speed at that point. The speed of reality changing and stopping him from existing versus the ability of him to explode whatever reality he is in and make Loki struggle. Or maybe he would jump into another pocket universe and Loki would be like, bro, how many goddamn strings do I have to pull here, bro? What the fuck? This guy's creating his own strings, right? It would be that kind of battle. It'd be a really, really tough one. The Living Tribunal keeps eyes on my guy for a reason, all right? The Living Tribunal is the only being above Loki that we've seen right now, right? If he is the one keeping an eye on Franklin, that's how you know this guy's problems, man. How hard did these two bang? How was this guy even created? How does a kid like this even exist? You're making Galactus your herald? That's not really a big task to me, because after what I saw Galactus go through in Fantastic Four's first steps with Sue whooping his ass, Franklin Richards would kill this man out cold. So would Sentry, to be honest, but still. Now we get to that post-credit scene. What does Doom want with Franklin Richards? And why the hell is Doom, like, kneeling over him so creepily with his mask off, like, touch my face, little one. I want you to show me your power. I want it really badly. Like, bro, this is as close to Diddy as Marvel has gotten, all right? When Sue Storm walked in and saw that shit, any person would be creeped out by this. This gave me chills, right? What does he want with him? Well, there's a number of theories that suggest it could be something colossal, all right? That he could be using Franklin Richards as the battery to power Battle World, the ultimate universe, the one world that Doom wants to create for himself, yeah? That's what he did in the comics. Maybe that's what he wants him for, because this guy's got reality manipulation powers. What if he also wants Franklin to beat and overthrow Loki? Loki's the guy that Doom would want out, because Loki's the guy carrying the multiverse together. Wouldn't it make sense that Doom wants him gone so he can be in control of whatever universe remains from what Doom's about to do to the multiverse? He would probably want someone like Franklin that he can manipulate to be in that position, if not himself. So he could be using Franklin to straight up beat Loki in a fucking fight and take his place. Now, there are some theories that make no sense to me at all, by the way, that suggest that Doom is using Franklin to resurrect Wanda so she can be the one helping Battle World and create his worlds and all that stuff with her reality manipulating powers. And my only question is, why would you be using the most powerful reality warper at your disposal to resurrect a lesser reality warper so she can do the tasks you want her to? And then what will happen to Franklin after? That makes no fucking sense to me. He wouldn't need Scarlet Witch if he has Franklin. She would be irrelevant, right? Am I missing something? Why would Dr. Doom need Wanda if he has Franklin Richards? Like, he can do everything she can. Yeah, I guess Doom won't have access to magic, but Doom himself can wield magic. Doom himself is an expert with magical abilities, spells, all this shit. Quite frankly, Franklin Richards is going to be needed by whatever side he's on to carry the mission forward, because Dr. Doom is going up against the likes of Sentry, the Avengers, all these people. He would get wiped off the face of the fucking universe if it's not for Franklin, right? You need some guy like Franklin who can take all of them on, or you're absorbing Franklin's power somehow, right? Or the Avengers side would need Franklin because Doom might have variants of all of them ready to fight, right? And whoever wins the end of this battle, which will probably be the Avengers, needs someone to help fix the reality that Doom has just torched, right? If Doom torches the entire multiverse, it's going to be a Crisis on Infinite Earths thing where we need to find a way to fuse the Earths together, and the only one who can really do it is someone like Franklin who can create a stable universe like that, right? So in the end, he would still be used for the same task that Doom wanted him to, just for the good side. but he's still gonna be like a battery pack for the universe now. He has a lot on his shoulders, this little one, this little child, this little baby. Marvel, man, putting kids at work, it's absolutely insane. This guy's running a fucking cosmic sweatshop. For you, I just need, this needs to be said. If they, in Fantastic Four First Steps, if they had literally stalled 5 to 6 years for themselves, let's say 10 years, okay? Let's be fair. Franklin Richards would have killed Galactus with one punch. After what I witnessed, seeing Sue Storm make this man struggle, and a lot of people go off on me like, Zaffy, why does this scene upset you so much? Galactus, he wasn't even trying. He was just trying to walk away, and Sue was pulling him back. She didn't kill him. She didn't do anything. She shouldn't be able to a man like that, to a being like that, okay? This being is infinitely beyond their grasp, okay? But Franklin, however, if I saw Sue Storm doing this to Galactus, Franklin would choke slam him. WWE Kane style, choke slam him to death, and then resurrect him and make him a slave. That's the kind of being we're talking about. Very, very easily he'd do it. This guy wouldn't stand a chance against SENTRY, let alone Franklin Richards, right? If you want to know my thoughts on Fantastic Four First Steps as a film overall and how it was, you can watch this video over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zaffy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.